Rama Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva. Yasmin dine Bhagavat Chintanam kriyate Yatra sthale Bhagavat Chintanam kriyate Yasmin kale Bhagavat Chintanam kriyate Sayeva sushtu kalaha sudinam susthalancha Yaihi kriyate Tadrishaihi bhaktaihi Avrataha vayam eva bhagyashadinaha hanta bhagyam janana. Ye atra upavishya parayanam kritavantaha va athava idanim kinchit bhagavad vishaye vaksyantas santi. Te kevalam kiranaha iva suryasya kiranaha iva prakashaha tatraiva vartate prakashasya ye upayogam kurvanti te atra vartante vayantu kevalam atra karaha. This discourse will be in English because we have multilingual crowd here. English is probably a poor choice of language to communicate this sentiment. But it is the prevalent language and probably something that everybody can understand. Sridharanna previously, he spoke majorly in Tamil, and those who understood Tamil would have obviously fallen in love with the Upanyasam, and through that with Guru Ayurappan, if at all it had not been the case before. Any of the Bharatiya Bhasha would probably be a better mode of communication rather than this language. But language is never a barrier. The language is just a mode of communication to give the bhava of Bhagavan to the bhaktas. That bhava, when it is our matrubhasha, that motherly vatsalya comes within us. And we have great Mahapurushas here who have been giving us that kind of a vatsalya. One of them here is Parali Shrikant Vamaji. We are going to do a Sammanana for him and we will continue in the same vein. Vishnornukam virgyani pravochangyah parthivani mamerajagum siyo askabhagyaduttaragum sadastham vichakramanastredhoru gagyo vishno raratamasi vishno prishtamasi vishno sniptre estho vishno syurasi vishno druvamasi vishnavamasi vishnavetva. All the bhaktas present here and many more people probably is listening online have all performed the Parayana of Narayaneeyam today. So each one is equally fortuitous to have been part of this yajna. The yajna is not conducted by somebody and attended by somebody. It is the will of Bhagavan. He has invited all of us to be a part of this. We can see Bhattatri in many places in the Narayaneeyam. Many of the places where there is a change of story, or something that a person intervenes and he calls upon something to be done, whatever it might be, there he will say, Tvat Preranat. Only by your prerana it happened, O Guru Ayarappa. It is not by somebody else. It is not some external factor. It is not that that person willed. They had some free will and then they came, they took a decision and did something. No. Tvat Preranat. If even Jadavastu can take the will of Bhagavan, because in one places he used it for Jadavastu also. Krishna is born. Vasudeva has to take him to Nanda Gokula. They are all in chains and the doors are closed. Tvatperanat kimiva chitramachetanairiyate dwarai swayam vyaghati sanghatitai sugadham. Dwaraihi swayam vyaghati. The achetana jadavastu of Dwara, even they work with the will of Bhagavan. Then what to ask of Chaitanya Vastu which is there in each of us? Every Vastu moves by the will of Bhagavan. So by that will we have all assembled here and we have completed the Parayanam of Narayaneeya. After Sridharana Supanyasam, this seems like just an addendum that I have, it was put and therefore I have to speak. Whenever an Upasaka of that Grantha speaks, through the Grantha we touch that Vastu. The truth is touched. The truth is not touched just because of words. We began with the discussion on language. Even for those who might not understand Tamil or those who don't understand Sanskritam, for example, the Narayaneeya Grantham speaks to them. It is completely in Sanskritam from word 1 to word 100, Dashakam 100. But still it speaks to them. Why is everybody attracted? We did not send a personal invitation to the hundreds of people who gathered here. Everybody came because it is an Anugraha Grantha, as Anna put it. So that it goes beyond the words. It is not what the words are saying there or whether we understand the language. Similarly, when Anna spoke before, whether you understood Tamil or you did not understand Tamil, as far as you had a connection, if you gave your ear, then the H and T will also get added. It will become heart. You will give your heart also. If you give the ear, then the heart will also be granted. So that way, the heart is given at the feet of Guru Ayarappa. In the same vein, we will take, for more than an hour he spoke. He probably touched just the first 2 verses. If he can, that is the amount of information or amount of bhava that is present in every verse of Narayaneeya. So it requires a lifetime of sadhana to appreciate every word, every phrase, the beauty of the literature itself, the bhava behind the literature, the sthiti of the poet who composed it at the feet of Bhagavan. About the poet, there is one dhyana shloka, Mokshabdhi Saramaya Bhagavatakhya Dadhnaha Narayaneeya Navanitamaho Grihitva Mayamayogha Paritapta Janaya Yodat Narayana Avanisuraya Namostu Tasmai. Bhagavata itself is the Sara of the whole Upanishads. Bhagavata says that. Vedanta Saram hi. That is what Bhagavatam is. So Bhagavatam from the beginning to the end, Vyasacharya, the Adesha of Narada was, you should talk only about Bhagavat Swarupa, Bhagavat Guna. So Vyasacharya filled it in that way, no doubt. So that the poet here, whoever composed it, we do not know the author of this verse on Bhattatri. He says that itself is like an ocean of curd. Curd is good for everybody's stomach. At the end, always dadhi. We have to have dadhyannam. Then everything becomes settled. Like that, this Vedanta, which is at the end of all the Vedic, that is also like Dadhyanam, it should settle and it should give you peace. Mokshabdhi saramaya bhagavatakya dadhanaha. That dadhi is present there. Narayaneeya navanita maho grihitva. So from curd, what comes when you churn curd, what comes out is butter. The buttermilk is kept aside. What you want to eat very well is butter. That is the sara of the curd. Here, while listening to Sridharanna's Upanyasam, I got a different interpretation of this. The shloka says that Bhattatri churned this whole thing and gave us the Navanita in the form of Narayaneeya Grantha. To that Narayana Bhattatri I bow down. But it doesn't clearly say that Bhattatri churned. Narayaneeya Navanita Maho Grihitva, it says. He picked it up. From where did he pick it up? From Krishna's hand. Krishna is standing here with the Navanita already. Guruvayurappan is standing there giving Navanita to everyone. All of us don't know to go and pick up that Navanita. Bhattatri is sitting there and he knew how to pick up that Navanitam. He is distributor. He is a channel through which we are all getting that Navanitam which is there in Guruvayurappan's hand, which he is always standing with. Narayaneeya Navanita Maho Grihitva. And what did he do? Maya Mayogha Paritapta Janaya Yodat. He just gave it to everyone. If you go to any Krishna temple or Anjaneya temple, after butter alankara, somebody, that Archaka, has to come and give it to everyone. He has to distribute it. That is what Bhattatri did here. Because everywhere, what he is doing is, that butter is there. He is saying, Guru, give me the butter, give me the butter. Taking and giving it this side. Yodat. Grihitva adat. Grihitva adat. He picks it up from there and gives it here. Yodate Narayana Avanisuraya Namostu Tasmai. That is what is the Kartavya of an Avanisura. Any Avanisura, that is the Kartavya. And that is why to that Avanisura, to that Brahmana Viprashrestha, to that Bhattatri, we bow down because he gave this Narayaneeya Navanitam to all of us. The first verse was in detail discussed by Sridharanna. Again, while listening to Anna, I thought of an interpretation. Aspashtan drishtamatre. Again, because the bhaktas here have studied Narayanam again and again, that is why you are able to do the rasana of this also. Aspashtan drishtamatre. There the Swarupa Lakshana is being revealed. And first it is aspashta, it is not clear, what is being said is not known. And as Anna said also, when you go first time you visit Guruvayurappan temple also, you will not be able to see the Murti. Because you are not trained enough, your eyes are not trained. You think okay, Murti is like Govinda, Venkatachala in Tirupati, or some other Murti next temple, there full lights are there. No. First of all, the Murti is something like what we have at home. That is the size of the Murti. And very small lights inside. So first it is aspashtam in that way. Also in this temple, there is a beautiful tradition. Everywhere, usually the alankara is standard every day in all temples. During an utsava, they will have various alankaras put on vahana and then take it out in various alankaras. But every day alankara is standard. And you know what the alankara is, so you can go with a certain image in your mind. This is what I want to look at. In Guruvayur, you can't do that. Because even Mel Shanti doesn't know what alankara is going to happen that day. If you have personal connection with him, call him and ask also, he won't tell. Because he doesn't know. When they, after the Nirmalya Vishwarupa Darshana in the morning, when they go into the alankara, they sit there with that chandanam, which has been created by the bhaktas there. They sit with the chandanam and they start the alankara. Then Guruvayurappan there creates his own alankara. So it is aspashtam to everyone except Guruvayurappan. Nobody else knows pashtataya what is that alankara for that day. Aspashtam. Only when Mel Shanti finishes drishtamatre, He looks at it and he says, oh, today this is the alankara. Then he will open the door and everybody else can see for that day, drishta matre. And when you see that punaruru purushartha atmakam brahma tattvam, that is that brahma tattva in front of you. So nobody else knows. Tat tavad bhati sakshat guru pavanapure. Again, Sridharanna quoted a verse which Arnuchur Swami had written. Guru Rupena yo nityam sharire vayu mandire. That is the thing. Tat tavad bhati sakshat. Tat tavad bhati sakshat, the literal meaning is there in front of our eyes, he is seen in this rupa. Here, when you take another interpretation using that verse, Guru Rupena yo nityam sharire vayu mandire. What is the vayu mandira? Vayu mandira, literal sense is this place. Guru Vatapuri is the vayu mandira. The interpretation given by our Swami is the sharira is the vayu mandira. There, Bhagavan is there as Swayam Jyotihi. As Swayam Jyoti, he is there as Guru Rupa within this Vayu Mandira. In Tamil, there is a part, there is a song, Kaatradaitha Payyada. In the Vadambu, Kaatradaitha Payyada. That means it is just filled with air. Like one balloon, this is filled with air. Inside this air balloon, this Guru is there as Swayam Jyoti, he is there. So, Tavatu Bhati. Tavatu Bhati means he is ever present. Tat tavad bhati. Bhati means he is just effulgent, he is always present as your Sakshi. Sakshat bhati. This is Upanishad Vakya. Tat yes sakshat aparokshat brahma is the Upanishad Vakya. Sakshat bhati. He is so effulgent that you are creating a lot of interference and hence not able to see that effulgence. So, tat tavad bhati sakshate Guru Pavanapure, and therefore, since he is present in every being, in every jantu, hanta bhagyam janana, any jana in any place, it is your great bhagya, he is available with you right now and here. Wherever you are, he is available to you. So, at first it is aspashtam. But when you see this Drishtamatre as the Swayam Jyoti in this Pavanapura, Hanta Bhagyam Jananam, you have that Brahma Tattva in your hand. The Kavi, again our Swami used to say this, Bhattatri lived a very long life. Some people say 86 years, some people say 106 years. Nevertheless, he lived quite a long life. This Grantha was composed when he was 26 years old, 26, 27 years old. Among all his available Granthas, the various available Granthas, our friend and Shishya of Sridharanna, Manikanthan, has also created a website, bhattadri.net, where many of these Granthas he is putting and adding to them and proofreading them. So it's a beautiful repository. So many Granthas were written by this great Mahan. But this is probably the first Grantha that he wrote. We don't find a Grantha that is before this. Later, many other, the Prakriya Sarvaswam, etc., probably when he was 57, 58 years old, he wrote. And Manameyodaya, which is a Purva-Miyamsa Grantha, probably after 80 plus, because the second part he did not complete. His Shishya completed that. So, the first Grantha that is available to us today by this Mahan is Narayaneeya. This does not look like somebody trying to write. Somebody who is trying their hand at writing for the first time. However great red scholar you are, still only 25, 26 years old, great Medhavi no doubt. But usually when you see a pattern of a person who has written a lot of Granthas, you will see a slow increase in their Vidvatta. By the time they are 60, 70, they will have wonderful Granthas coming out. This is the first Grantha of this person. First Grantha of this person is the highest Grantha. All other later Granthas, hardly anybody knows. We have to go to that website and check what is the name and put one Patika. But everybody knows Narayaniyam. Whether you know the Grantha or not, you have at least heard of this Grantha. Bhattatri means Narayaniyam, Narayaniyam means Bhattatri. That is why this Grantha was not written by Bhattatri. It was written by Guruvayurappan. Grihitva adat. He took it and he just gave. It was present there. Nobody else could see it there. He came here, he took it. He found it there. For everybody else, it was aspashtam. Only for Bhattatri, it was spashtam there. He sat there. When he sat there, it was bhati for him. It was effulgent for him right in front of him. He picked it and gave it to every one of us. This way, he distributed this whole Grantha. And that Grantha is now touching the hearts of so many people. And anytime when we are in Guruvayur Kshetra also, we have to have the remembrance of Anantarama Dikshitar. Without his remembrance, we would be Kritagnaha. Every Grantha, the Grantha is written by a certain person. Later it attains great acceptance or recognition by some other Mahatma. Because they are the one who teach us. This Grantha was probably dormant for about 400 years. In Guruvayur, obviously, it would have been prevalent and many people would have been reading it around this Kshetra, but it was a localized Grantha. Now it is a worldwide Grantha. People here itself have come from across the world and they have traveled especially for this event from the US and from Dubai, etc. For all that, the credit goes to Anantarama Dikshitar. In every Upanyasam, he is Upanyasa Chakravarti. He used to do Upanyasa on Ramayana, Mahabharata, Skanda, etc., various Granthas. In every Upanyasam, he used to talk about Narayaneeya and about Guruvayurappan. Because that was Pratyaksha for him also. He also saw it directly and he has had that Anubhava of Guruvayurappan. And hence in every Upanyasa, everywhere across the whole of Bharata Desha, he used to mention this. And hence from his heart has arisen 3 more Dashakas of Jadabharata Charita also, which we read today. And to that Mahatma we owe our prostrations again and again, because of which so many of us, then it spread mainly in Tamil Nadu and then through south of India, then everywhere one by one, all those people who came in his lineage and everybody else has been taking this Grantha forward. That is how this Grantha has been spreading. Anytime you start talking on such a Grantha, you feel where to start, where to go. And you want to keep talking also. People who want to listen want to keep listening. That is also there. Nevertheless, today is Dwadashi. There are 2 avatars, rather instances, kathas related to Dwadashi. One is Vamana Avatara, where Vamana was born on Dwadashi. The other is Ambarishopakhyana, where he did Dwadashi Vrata. His Vrata was Dwadashi. We will see a little bit of Vamana Avatara first. Through that we will probably go here and there and then come back again. So in Vamana Avatara we will start. I had to pick up some place. So Vamana Avatara is dealt with in Dashakas 30 and 31. Many people, especially Parikshit in Bhagavatam itself, he had a doubt. All the stories we see, Devas and Asuras fight. And then Mahavishnu is called upon somewhere. And then he comes and helps the Devas. Parikshit heard a lot of such repetitions and then he said, Shuka Maharishi, please wait. Every time this Mahavishnu takes an avatara, he only helps the Devas. Why does he not help Asuras? Then this becomes partiality from the side of Mahavishnu. This is not, we cannot have partiality in Narayana. He says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha. This is what he is giving promise, that I am not partial towards anyone. And he seems to be always partial towards Devas. Then Shuka there, he did not say it in this way. He then said the story of Prahlada came about at that point of time. Mahabali is the grandson of Prahlada. Prahlada's son is Virochana, Virochana's son is Mahabali. So because he is in the same lineage itself, Mahavishnu has a soft corner for him, no doubt. The grandson, he has a soft corner. In the whole of Bhagavata, if you see, many people attain Bhagavat Sayujya, they attain moksha, they attain the jnana. None of the devas attain jnana in Bhagavata. There is not even one deva, Indra, Vayu, Varuna, Agni, all these people who are there. Not even one person is said that he attained jnanam, that he attained Bhagavat Sayujya. For the whole list of asuras that we have, every person attains Bhagavad Mukti. Especially in Krishna Avatara. The starting of Krishna Avatara is like that. Sandranandatano Hare Nanupura Daivasure Sangare. In the battle between Devas and Asuras, Tvat Krittapi Karmashesha Vashato Yetena Yatagatim. Even though some people died there in your hand, their vasanas were so strong that they were reborn again, starting from Kamsa. And when Kamsavadha happens, Bhattatri clearly mentions Vasana Kalaneme. That Vasana of Kalanemi, some complete Kshaya happened and he attained Bhagavat Sayujya. From the day one when Krishna was born, Mokshanaya avatirnaha, says Bhattatri. Why was he born for? For to give moksha to everyone. Anybody who comes there, take moksha. Like this Navanitam that he is giving here, is giving a moksha to everyone. What is he distributing in Krishna Avatara? Moksha. If you want, you can take. If you are like Duryodhana, you won't go near to take. But he is distributing there. Because he is distributing, Bhattatri also wanted to take that butter. But then Bhattatri says, maybe I missed that opportunity. Ha kashtam bataha, he says. For himself, in 74th Dashaka, he says, in Mathura, everybody was standing on the streets on both sides, waiting to view you. They are looking, oh, Krishna is coming, Krishna is coming. They have all heard. Something has happened in Vrindavana, Gokula, etc. Stories have come to Mathura. Everybody is standing on both sides with whatever they can give. Tambula malyadikam. If they can give one patra also, they are standing there to just put at his feet. Bhattatri says, probably I was born at that time also. Because I am still here. So I should have had some janma at that time. But somehow I did not come and stand on the streets of Mathura. That's why today I am sitting here in this temple in front of you with this joint pain and praying to you. Ha kashtam bataha. What to do? That is the kind of state he is in. So like that, all those asuras who were there, they all attained Sayujya of Bhagavan. In various avatara, whichever avatara they all attained. That is one of those bhaktas is Mahabali here. In every bhakta, at some time, because of attachment to this Prakriti guna, Maya, some guna will rise. Some tamo guna, rajo guna will rise. And that has to be removed so that you merge with the Shuddha Sattvaika Rupam. So you have only pure Sattva and you merge with that. That kind of removal of all the vasanas is done. And that is the story of Mahabali. In the churning of the ocean, Mahabali was on one side with all the asuras, Indra was there, all the Amrita went to the Devatas, these people started fighting against the Devatas. In between, because Devas had just drunk the Amrita and Mahavishnu was also helping them, the asuras lost. And many people were killed by Mahavishnu also, many people were killed by Indra also, etc. Bali was killed by Indra. They went back. All of them went back. The Devas went back. The Asuras are dead. Devas went back. Next day morning they woke up. Again Asura armies in front of their house. Everybody, same people. They put one discussion there. They asked, yesterday I saw the same person there. I know I killed him for sure. I also saw pulse. I checked and I came back. Today I am going outside. Same person is there. Same clothes. Everything same. Something is wrong here. We cannot keep fighting this war again and again. There Shukracharya, who is their Acharya, he has Sanjeevani Vidya. These people die, they take them back. Shukracharya does mantra, they get up and come back again to fight. There is no loss of army on that side. Shakrena sanyati hatopi balir mahatma Shukrena jivita tanu kratuvardhitoshma. Shukrena jivita tanuhu. Bali was revived again by Shukra. And also more powers were given. He did some Indrajit yaga, many other yagas he did. Kratuvardhita ushma. His power increased. And now because his power has increased, even though Devas have drunk the Amrita, they could not stand in front of him. He swept over all the three worlds and he became Trilokanayaka. This Trilokanayaka, when he became, mothers are always, they have a very soft heart. The mother of Devas, Aditi, she goes to Kashyapa. Kashyapa is the perfect grihastha, neither this side nor that side. Diti's sons are Asuras, Aditi's sons are Devas, both of them are always fighting. Aditi comes and asks something, he'll say, so be it. Diti comes and asks something, he'll say, so be it. Whatever vara they ask, he will give and then he will go for tapas again. Whenever he comes, they will ask something, he will give, he'll go back to tapas again. So Aditi, she was very worried. Kashyapa came. To her ashrama he came. Aditi looked at him and said, why are you so sad? Kashyapa said, why are you so sad? Aditi said, this is the status of my children Devas. Bali has taken over Devaloka. Okay, I will teach you one vrata. It is called Payovrata. It is done for 12 days. Dwadashahamacharatvai bhakti purna. So she did this Dasha vrata for 12 days called as Payovrata. And Kashyapa said, you do this vrata properly, Bhagavan will come in front of you. Avirbhava will happen. Then you can ask him anything you want. You may pray of him. She did that vrata as was given by Kashyapa, and because her bhakti was so dedicated and devoted, immediately Bhagavan appeared at the end of 12 days. And he gave her the vara also that I will be born as your son. Namranchata bhavattanayo bhaveyam gopyam adikshanamiti pralapannayasihi. And Bhagavan told Aditi, you keep my darshana secret. Don't tell anyone. Madikshanam gopyam. You have to keep my darshana secret. Do not tell anybody at all. After this, Kashyapa returned to the ashrama. He said, you saw Bhagavan, no? Tvam Kashyape tapasi sannidadhattadani. So Kashyapa knew this. This will happen. That was the tapashakti of Kashyapa. And she became Garbha. And because she had done this Dwadashaha Vrata, the Payovrata, on the Shravana Dwadashi. Shravana Dwadashi means in the Bhadrapada Masa, on the Dwadashi Tithi, there will be the Shravana Nakshatra. So that is called as Shravana Dwadashi. Prasutacha Prakata Vaishnava Divya Rupam Sadvadashi Shravana Punya Dine Bhavantam. On that Dwadashi Shravana Dina, this Bhavantam Prasuta, she gave birth to you. But he just avirasihi, because he comes as a Vatu form right there itself. He is born as Vatu, Vamana is there as Vatu. And everybody comes with a lot of gifts. Everybody knows this Vishnu's avatara. Chinna Vatu avatara. I hope some Vatu should be here, but they have gone elsewhere to play. That is Brahmachari Cheshta is always there. So they have gone. So like those Vatus, this Vamana also, one Vatu, he has come there. Prajapati and many others, they come with gifts. What are the right gifts for the Vatu? They come with those kinds of gifts. One comes with an umbrella, the Maunji, Mekhala, Kamandalu, the Brahmasutra, Japamala, Kaupina, Danda, and then Savitri herself comes and gives a Brahmopadesha, Annapurna comes and gives Bhiksha. Like this, all these gifts were given. From here, Vamana began. He went to Bali's Ashwamedha Griha. While going to Bali's Ashwamedha Griha, there while he is going, the effulgence coming out of his body, the radiance that is radiating out of his body is so bright that people are not able to look at that person. Bali is doing this Ashwamedha Yajna on the banks of Narmada. Again, it is very clear that Bali was doing Ashwamedha there only. Nowadays, with Onam, Bali has become the person who is associated with Onam and with Kerala. Kerala was probably not present during Bali's time, we do not know, because it is later called as the Parashurama Kshetra, and Parashurama Avatara, Bhattatri also says. Utsaryodhrita Keralo Bhrugupate Vatesha Samrakshamam. So Parashurama was the one who came and pulled out the Keralam out of the ocean. So Bali is on Narmada Uttaratate, on the northern banks of Narmada. He is performing the Ashwamedha Yajna. Vamana proceeds there. As he proceeds there, that radiance which is coming, people are not able to look at that place. And each one is saying, oh, is it some sun that is coming? Oh, is it fire? No. Is it Yogi Sanat Kumara himself? Baswan Kimesha Dahano Nu Sanat Kumaraha Yogi Nuko Yamiti Shukra Mukhaisha Shanke. All the Shukracharya and other tapasvis, they are looking there and seeing, what is this that is coming? Some great effulgence is coming, but I don't know what is coming. This is all, the beauty of Alankaras here is very well evident, because this is how Shishupala Vadha starts. Shishupala Vadha begins like this, where Narada is coming down to meet Krishna. There also very similar idea Magha Kavi gives, right? Somewhat it looked like a great sun at first, then something started coming down. Prasiddha murdhvajvalanam havirbhujaha, like that. The gatam tiraschina manurusarathehe patatyadho dhama visari. That's how that Kavi goes. That something is coming, something very bright is coming here, but I don't know what is this. Then as he comes closer, you see a small Vaturupa is there. And everybody, just by that, as soon as they bring him, Bali, that Akarshana of Vamana, he goes there, he gives Arghya Padya, and whatever Padya he gave, he took that Padya and did Prokshana on his own head. Bhattatri is feeling jealous here. Bhaktya Sametya Sukriti. He is Sukriti. I am here sitting Dushkriti. That Sukriti, how much punya he should have done that he touched Bhagavan's feet and did Padavana, that Jala, he took it on his head. Tatto yaman vadata murdhani tirtha tirtham. Tirthanam tirtham. That which purifies all other tirthas, that tirtha he did Prokshana on top of his head directly. Ganga is still not born, because for this Vamana Avatara, next Dashaka only, Brahma is going to do Abhisheka to the Pada, and then Ganga is going to flow down. So this is Tirtha. Tirtha means Moola of all the Tirthas. In the Bhumi of the world, Ganga is Tirtha. To that Tirtha, this is Tirtha. So Tatto Yaman Vadhita Murdhani Tirtham. On his head he did Prokshana of this kind of Tirtha. And again, here Bhattatri knows the Hridaya of Bhagavan. See, your grandfather is there, no? That is why he came to your house. He knows your grandfather very well. Praklada Vamshajataya Kratubhirdvijesho Vishwasato Nutadidam Ditijo Pilebhe. How did Bali get this all of a sudden? Close relation with grandfather. That is why he came directly to your house without invitation. He came to your house. You didn't ask for him. Praklada, he was always in that sthiti, and after so many difficulties, Narasimha appeared. When you come in that lineage, easily it comes. Bhagavan is coming and knocking on his door and saying, I am coming. No invitation, and he is saying, you give me things. Ditijo bilebhe. This toya which Bali is doing Arpana now, later it is going to be held by Shiva on his head. Not now. Later that toya is going to be held by Shiva on his head. Yatte padambu girishasya shiro bhilalyam. So that kind of toya, that punya, Bali got here. Mahabali got in this place. With preeti towards this Daitya, Vamana has arrived here. Bali is a Vadanya and he is a great Dani. Anything you want in Dana, he will give. And especially this Ashwamedha Yajna, any Yajna, the whole concept of an Yajna is Dana. You give as much as possible in Dana. In any of these Yajnas that great kings do also, they usually give the whole earth away in Dana to the 4 Ritviks, the 4 directions. Even in Ramayana, we see this by Dasharatha. They give it to those Ritviks in Dana. Then the Ritviks say, we are not fit to rule, we cannot take care of all this. You keep this, you give us whatever go and other things that are required for our yajna and anushtana, we will do with that, you protect us. So it is given back to them. That is how Bali is also has come with that intention. Seeing this one Batu who has come here, he did not want to split things into four. He said, you take everything. Matta kinte samabhilashitam viprasuno vadatvam. Oh, you are viprasuno, a young boy who has come, no doubt. Vittam bhaktam. He started small. Said, some wealth you want, I will give you, some gold coins are there. Or have you come here to eat something? Bhaktam means food. Bhaktam, second artha, do you want this bhakta? I will give you myself. He does not know this, but Vamana took the artha in this way. Vittam bhaktam. Vamana says, I don't want bhaktam, I want you this bhakta, I want you give me that. That is what I have come for, is what Bhagavan has in his mind. Bhaktam, bhavanam. Or you want a bigger house, you will become a grihastha, I will give you land now itself. Or avani. All the land that I have, the earth I will give. Vapi sarvam pradasye. I will give you everything, whatever you want. And Bali says this with such confidence. What confidence means? If he has said it, he will give it. If you ask, he is going to give it. That is the confidence. See, when you don't have confidence in giving, you will say, you want this. Then if they ask, what will I do if they ask for something more? That is why you will not have confidence and you will be shaky. Tam akshinam baligiram. Baligira was not akshina, it was strong, loud voice by Bali. Everybody is able to hear also. He is saying, I will give you anything that you want. If you ask for the whole earth now that is under my control, I am willing to give you. And that willingness is there within him. So he is saying that. Upakaranya karunya purnopi. There was karunya in Bhagavan. So he wanted to directly ask for everything. This was the intention. Because that is the intention, the whole intention. Even then, you cannot ask for everything. So he started, your father is so great, Virochana. Your grandfather is even greater, Prahlada. So the whole lineage, he started stuti. Your great-grandfather, Hiranyakashipu, such great tapas he did to Brahma. So the whole Vamsha, he did one stuti first. Daitya Vamsham Prashamsan. So anybody, if you do Prashamsa of the whole Vamsha, they are also very happy. And they will give more also. So he did this whole Prashamsa. And then he said, I want 3 measures of Bhumi. How will I measure? I will measure with my own foot. Bhumim padatraya parimitam prathayama-sithatvam. Why did he ask me that? This is where the originality of Bhattatri comes. Bhattatri in the whole of Narayaniyam, he is not just summarizing Bhagavata. It is not just a thesis writing kind of assignment for him. It is not ChatGPT. We have given summaries, English summary. That is just only whatever is there in Bhattatri only. We have just summarized. That is not what is there. He has taken the whole Bhagavata inside, churned it, and given the Navanita outside. That is how he is giving the Navanita. So it has its own taste of that Bhakta everywhere. That's why the first 3 dashakams are completely his. 89, 90 are his own creation. The final 3 dashakams are his own creation. 91 to 97 also is a beautiful condensation of all the Vedanta Tattva in Bhagavatam. Not only Ekadasha Skandham, the whole, everywhere, all the Vedanta Tattva, he has put it in there from 91 to 97. That is the beauty of Bhattatri. If possible, after this Charitra, we will see some other contributions in between everywhere, wherever he gives his rasa to us. That Kavi rasa that he gives. So, Baligiram Upakaranya, what did he do? So, Vamana did not ask for everything because Bhattatri says, if at all Vamana had said, give everything. So, you go to some king or somebody great Dani and he says, I will give you everything. Give me everything. If you say that, then it does look nice. See, Krishna laughed here. Like that, everybody will start laughing if you ask. Give everything if you say, everybody will start laughing. That is why Vamana did not ask, it seems. He went in a different route. Sarvandehiti tu nigadite kasya hasyam navasyat. Who would not laugh if you ask like that? That is not the right way to ask. There is a way to ask. You have to go through that way and then get whatever you need. So now Bali says, his ahankara was hurt now. This is where the problem comes. This person is a person who is a dani. He is well known. The whole world knows him to be a dani. Everybody is praising him for that. He did not have a certificate or anything, but he is known to be a dani. Bali means dana. That is the certificate here. To him you go, you say, you give me 1 square feet. That is what he is asking. 3 foot of this 5-year-old, how much will it come? That's all it will come. Bali will have not only hurt, his name will get, the whole people is infamy, not famous. It will become infamy for Bali. He went to Bali's house. Bali gave him 1 square feet of land and sent him away. Some 10 rupees he gave him and sent him away. That is how. Parivada Navavatara. That is another poet's usage. So Parivada means insult. Insult in a new way, manner it will come. Parivada Navavatara. Like that it will happen. So Bali got a little hurt. This is the ahankara that Bhagavan wanted to remove. This Ramalinga Swamigal also, he asks, Tannilappai enna katru sadippan. See, you keep giving, you are a dani. This person who gives, how will you get rid of that person? Even in Raghu Vamsha, when Raghu gives away everything, he is standing there with one tenga mattai, one bowl in his hand. That mud bowl in his hand, he is standing. That person is there. The person who has given away everything. I am the person who gave away everything. That ahankara is there with him still. So if at all Vamana had directly asked, you give me the whole 3 worlds, then Bali would give him, and Bali would remain with the ahankara that I am the giver of the 3 worlds. I can give everything. Such is the greatness of Bali. That is the fame he is afterwards. This is the root cause that Vamana wants to remove here. This is the rajas that Vamana wants to remove. And he says, that's why he asks only this. And now Bali gets hurt. Vishwesham mam tripadamiha kim yachase balishastvam. Such childish prattle you are doing. You are blabbering, you don't know how to ask also. If we work in a company, you should have requirements should be correct. This person has come with wrong requirements. He does not know what to ask. Tripadamiha kim yachase balishastvam. You are childish, you have not yet learnt any of these properly. So you have to learn it. Sarvam bhumim vrunu. Ask for the whole bhumi. No, why are you asking such a small place? Kim amune tyala patvam sa dripyan. With pride he spoke. And he said, why don't you ask for the whole bhumi? And now again Bhattatri, because of this pride, yasmad darpat tripada paripurtyakshamaha. Because of this pride, even those 3 steps that Vamana asked, Bali could not complete. Only 2 steps he could give. Tripada paripurtyakshamaha kshepavadan agamat bandhancha agamat. Everybody started insulting him in this way now, the other way around. He thought, okay, so small they will insult me. Now he is getting the insult that you did not complete your promise. You promised to give 3 steps and you are able to complete only 2 steps. Kshepavadane bandhancha sau agamat. Bandham is going to come later. Garuda is going to come and do the bandha. It is there in the picture in this book. Garuda is going to give a pasha for Bali because he did not complete his promise. Atadarho pigadho pashanti. Bhattatri has feelings for Bali. Atadarha. He is not worthy of being bound like that. He should not be bound. He is a bhakta. Why did you go and bind him? Guru Ayappan, this should not have been done. But you did. Okay, nevertheless, I will tell. But he is atadarha. Tadarha means he is worthy of that. Atadarha. He is not worthy of such a binding. But still you did that. Atadarho pivai gadho pashanti. For the final beauty. For the final peace. Shantyartham hi shranti dosis vakanam in Gajendra Moksha, Bhattatri says. Why did you give shranti? For shanti. Shantyartham shranti daha asi. For the sake of final shanti, you give shranti to your bhaktas. So you give such a shranti that will lead to shanti. Gadhopa shanti. Vichitta Rupa Stavakal Vanugraha in another place for Sudama. Here, then he continues. Now Vamana speaks Lokaniti. All that is okay. If I am not satisfied with 3 steps, then I will not be satisfied with the 3 worlds also. So you should be satisfied with whatever you have, whatever you get with Bhagavad Datta, you should be satisfied. I cannot come and ask anything that I want from you. This is enough for me. Padatraya yadina muditaha vishtapair napitusyet. If I am not, then I will not be happy with that also. Bali could not speak beyond that. He called Vindhyavali, come with the Arghya Patra. We will give Dana. Vindhyavalya Nijadayitaya. He came. In between this, Shukracharya, he knew. This is playing, Hari is playing here. Daityacharya, he came there. Why did he come? Tavakalu preranat, pariksharthinah preranatam. But the three knows Hridaya of Bhagavan and Hridaya of Shukracharya here. Why did Shukracharya come in between and ask Bali, oh stop, you cannot give it to this person, he is Hari himself who has come in as Vamana Rupa. Is what Shukracharya is coming to tell. Why? Preranatam. Oh Guruvayurappa, you came within Shukracharya and you wanted to test Bali. Therefore you gave the prerana to Shukracharya to come and give such an obstruction. Pariksharthina. Who is the Pariksharthi here? Not Shukracharya. Guruvayurappan is the Pariksharthi. Vamana is the Pariksharthi. Pariksharthinah preranatam mamadeyam. Don't give. Guru is telling don't give. Bhagavan is telling please give. Where should I go? Then Bali understood the inner meaning. He is Hari who has come. Till now Bali did not directly know. He had some intuition that is this some great being. Clearly Shukracharya told this is Hari himself. Bali said, greatest bhagya. What is the greater bhagya than this? Yachatyevam yadisa Bhagavan. If he is Bhagavan, Purna kamosmi soham. I am Purna kama now. There is no more kamana. I started this Ashwamedha Yajna with great kamanas. All that kama is gone now. Every desire has been wiped away. Purna kamosmi soham. And then whatever you say, I am going to give this padya to him, arghya to him, and give the whole thing in dana. Dasyamyeva sthiramiti vadan kavya shaptopi daityaha. Kavya means here Shukracharya. Kavya shaptaha api daityaha balihi vindhyavalya nijadayitaya datta padyaya tubhyam chitram sakalamapi sa pratpayat toya purvam. What great surprise. Chitram. Bhattatri is not able to control himself. In such places he will use this dvirukti in beautiful ways. Chitram means surprise. Oh, what a surprise. What a wonder. He gave away everything that he had in his play. Toya purvam. Shastra ritya he gave away everything first. Whatever material possessions were present, that with the Shastra riti he gave away. Whatever is beyond Shastra, Bhagavan only can take. Everything that is his material possession, he has to give away with the Vedic injunction. Beyond that, whatever has to be taken, Bhagavan will take. So, then all the Ashesharpana had been done. All the Devaganas, everybody, they did Pushpa Varsha upon Bali. Now, this small young Vatu Vamana, he suddenly started growing. Slowest growing. Vamana became Urukrama. Divyam rupam tavachatadidam pashyadam vishwabhajam ucchair avridhat avadhi krita vishwanda bhandam. What were the limits of this rupa? The whole Vishwanda bhanda, this egg, the cosmic egg of the universe became the limits of this rupa. There is no other limit. That is, the whole thing became that Vamana became that Urukrama Swarupa, Trivikrama Swarupa, whichever way you can call that. Now, in that Trivikrama Swarupa, that small toe, this right toe of Bhagavan went to Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, it went there. Brahma saw suddenly only one nail is there. One tip of the nail is there in front of him. He understood Trivikrama Bhagavan is there. He took his kamandalu and he did Abhisheka to that Kundi Toye Rasijata Punadyajalam Vishwalokan. That Abhisheka that he did to that toe, it that purified all the lokas later by Bhagirata Prayatna. Bhagirata, so she is called Tripathaga. She is there in the Swargaloka, she is there in Bhuloka, and in Patala she is there. So Tripathaga Ganga, Yajjalam Vishwalokan. Everybody started dancing. Especially Jambavan took up one special idea that day. He said, I will go around beating the drum. Everywhere she started beating the drum and went around 21 times. Bherim Nigran Bhuvanamacharat Jambavan Bhaktishali. As soon as they saw it this way, all the other asuras who are the followers of Bali, this is something wrong is happening, we have to protect our master, and they started doing yuddha against the devas who are present there. Bali said, please, this is not whatever is within your bounds. This is far beyond that. We have had a lot of yuddhas with devatas, all that is fine. Kalatmayam vasati purataha. So bhakta will recognize this. If not, Bhagavan has to himself say, Kalosmi lokakshayakrit pravriddha. Here Bali recognizes Kalatmayam vasati purataha yadvashat pragjita smaha. Previously we were ruling over the whole three lokas. Because of who do you think? Because of this person. And that jnana he has got from his grandfather only. What did grandfather say? Balam me vaikuntaha tavacha jagatam chapi sabalam. Not only my bala, oh Hiranyakashipu, he is your bala. Not only your bala, the whole Triloka bala is this person only. And that jnana Bali has received from his grandfather. Yadvashat pragjita smaha. So you all stop the yuddha. This is not necessary. You go. And they all went to the Patala. And now Garuda came and he tied Bali. And at this point, after having subdued him in all ways, the maximum insult that is possible in Loka, the greatest king, you just think there is some power of high authority who is ruling over a country or something. You bring them down, you tie them up, and you take away all their property. And now you say, now you still have not completed your promise. Tarti kandisha mama padam kinna vishveshwarosi. Using those same words, see the amount of insult that is happening. If you were the giver, think of how much it would prick you. You gave dana somewhere, and then they come back and ask you, no, you did not complete. You give it to me. That is the swadhina Bhagavan is taking with his bhakta. That is the karunya. Karunya purnopi. He said, no, this is that karuna. Karuna does not mean it will work in compassion. Oh, acho papa, not like that. Karuna here is direct insult in front of your face. In front of the whole three loka. You promised me, no, that you will give three padas. Where is the third pada? Tarti kandisha mama padam. Same words. Kinna vishveshwarosi. What did Bali say? Vishveshammam tripadamiha kim yachase. I am Vishvesha, give me. Kinna vishveshwarosi. Aren't you Vishveshwara? Where is the third pada? This much insult he did here, and he took everything from Bali. So he said, no more yachana from now on. That Bhattatri knows. So, hence in Dashakam 45, Bhattatri brings up this Vamanavatara again. Mama khalu baligehe yachanan jatamastam. Enough of this. Enough of this going and begging with a bowl and trying to ask for something. A very difficult job. I cannot do that. In Bali's Griha I went, and I did that already once completed. My prarabdha is complete. Bhagavan is telling. Mama kalu baligehe yachanan jatamastam. May it be jatamastam. Again I cannot do the same thing. Especially because I have gone to a great king and I have asked him. That is fine. Okay, he is Vishveshwara, therefore I went and asked. Now I am living in Gokula. People around me are these trees are there, some they have something. He was Bali. These people are Abalas. The trees are called Abalas in Sanskrita. Mama khalu baligehe yachanan jastamastam iha punar abalanam agrato naiva kurve. I am not going to put my hand in front of them and ask, please give me. No, no. Because in the previous shloka they made him do that. In that Dashaka, if you see, They made him dance and do. They say, I will give you butter, you dance for me. I will give you butter, you sing for me. Idalla kate agalla. I will not do all of this. Do something with your ear, do your eyes. All this they will start asking. I cannot do all these antics and circus in front of them. All this I have already, whatever is necessary, I finished in Bali's griha. From now on, no more begging, no more asking. I will directly go and take whatever I want. Iha punarabalana magrato naiva kurve iti vihidamadistum deva santyajya yachnyam dadhighritam aharastum charuna choranena. With beautiful chorana, with beautiful steering, you yourself started taking whatever you want there. That is Bhattatri's beauty there. So here he has Tarti Kandishamama Padam Kinna Vishweshwarosi. Then Bhattatri, what does he say? Padam Murdhni Pranaya Bhagavan. What does this mean? Here, it does not mean this physical body. That Pada, it could cover the whole of the Trilokas in 2 steps. How much is this head? Not even a pinpoint. Murdhni Pranaya means take this ahankara of mine. This ahankara was as big as those 3 worlds. That ahankara now I am giving at your feet so that it makes it complete. The 3rd pada now I am giving to you. This is the 3 malas that in the Shaiva Parampara they say. The 3 malas are removed. Tartikam padam, the 3rd pada is this pada, is this mala. Padam murdhni pranaya bhagavan. And how does he say that? Iti akampam vadantam. It is not, oh, everything is lost, what can I do now? Now that freedom comes. Akampam, there is not that Purna Kamosmi that he said, now he is Purna Kama. Iti akampam vadantam. And as soon as he does this Sharanagati, Prahlada comes. Prahladastam swayamupagato manayan. Prahlada comes and praises his grandson. When will you get praise from another Atmajnani? Only when you also become that Mukta Purusha. If Vishwamitra wants to be said, called Brahma Rishi, it has to come from Vasishtha's mouth. Why? He knows that Vasishtha is that Brahma Jnani, Brahma Rishi. So Vishwamitra wants that, he wants that it is not a certificate or anything, because he has gone through so much. Vishwamitra, he himself is not confident, so he wants Vasishtha to come and tell, yes, you are that Brahmajnani. Similarly, when Prahlada comes here, he is not coming as grandfather. He is saying, you are Mukta Purusha now. Swayamupagataha manayan astavitvam. And then he did stuti towards Bhagavan. Then Bhattatri says, Darpochityai vihitamakhilam daitya siddhosi punyaihi. For your removal of this ahankara is what this whole Leela was. Starting from Aditi, all that Kashyapa, etc. The whole Leela was for removal of the single Bali's ahankara. Nevertheless, you have a lot of punya with yourself. So you go to Rasatala, you rule there for a long time. After this Indra's Manvantara, then you, in the next Manvantara, you become the Bali, you become the Indra, and then you will attain Sayujya with me. That is the amount of punya you still have. So you finish all that punya and you have it, no doubt. Mat sayujyam bhajacha punaha ityanva grinha balim tam. This kind of anugraha very few people get. Especially our Swami says it's a very unique anugraha for Bali. Because he says, Rakshishye sarvatoham tvam sanugam saparichadam sada sannihitam vira tatramam drakshyate bhavan. Special the Bali, because you will be in Rasatala along with people who follow you and your whole parivara. I will protect you. Sanugam saparichadam. Not only that you have to think that I will be protecting you, I will be very next to you. Sada sannihitam vira. And not that you will feel some presence or something. You will be able to see me. Tatramam drakshyate bhavan. He says to Bali. That is the kind of anugraha Trivikrama is giving to Bali. And when this kind of darpa uchchedana happens and he goes to Rasatala, Ashwamedha Yajna was begun. It is still there. The Yajamana darpa has been completed. There is no more Yajamana now. Yajamana has gone to Rasatala. But to show the Lokariti, the yajna cannot be left incomplete. Bhattatri also will not leave that incomplete. Viprais santanitamakhavaraha pahivatalayesha. The Brahmanas who were there with them, the yajna was completed. And then the Ashwamedha Yaga Purti happened. Yes, similarly he says in Daksha Yaga also, same thing happened in Daksha Yaga. In between, Yajamana is killed. But still, with all the Vipras, that Daksha Yaga was completed. So you cannot leave the Yaga halfway. Come what may, that has to be completed. Viprais santanitamakhavaraha pahi vatalayesha. Such is the beauty of Bhattatri. So on this Dvadashi Punyadina, we have heard Vamana Avatara. There are beautiful places. So every Dashaka, every part can be taken and say, for example, in some heart of Bhattatri here and there, we will see Ramayana. He uses this word about Ananda in 3 places. Modashali. When does Bhagavan become happy? Whenever he comes in contact with his Priya Bhakta, he becomes happy. Or when he is in contact with Mata Lakshmi, he will be happy. So the first time Bhagavan is quite happy is he's always, from Balya, he's been there with Vishwamitra everywhere, he went, he got married, but everything, there are always people around. He has not got lone time with Sita. When does he get lone time? When they go to Chitrakuta only, he gets lone time. Till then, he does not. So that itself, he had a happiness to go to forest because he will get some time with Sita. That Bhattatri knows that heart of Bhagavan there. So he says, Ati Sukham Avasas Chitrakute Girindre. Ati Sukham Avasaha. So happily you stayed in Chitrakuta. Is there in Valmiki Ramayana also? There are a couple of sargas saying how beautifully on Mandakini and all they are roaming about. Ati Sukham Avasas Chitrakute Girindre. Then immediately Bharata comes and they are roaming about everywhere. So again in one place they get a long time separately, only when they go back to Panchavati and put a Parnashala there again. So again Bhattatri knows the Hridaya there. What does he say again? Modat Goda Tatante Vai Pariramasi Pura Panchavatyam Vadhutya. Again Pariramasi Pura and all for Vyakarana it is a very rare prayoga. Pariramasi Pura, Pariramasisma. Modat Goda Tatante. With so much moda you were there on the Godavari Tata. Panchavatyam Vadhutya. Again with Sita. Now Sita has been taken away. She has been kidnapped. But still, again, only Bhattatri says that. Even in Ramayana, this is not there. Tena artopi. Even though you were so depressed, disappointed because of Sita's apaharana, anta kimapi mudamadhaha. There was some happiness within you. Why? Till now, you don't have a cause to destroy Ravana. Till now, all these people in Janasthana, etc., they were causing trouble you can do. How do you go to Lanka and destroy Ravana? You need a cause for that. So even though Sita was kidnapped, you had one small wee bit of Ananda inside because you got a cause now to destroy Ravana. The Avatara Karya will be completed now. Antakim api muda madhaha tad vadhopaya labhat. Because that vadha upaya came now. Now he's in very, very, the Karunya Rasa there in Ramayana also and here also is very clear. But now again somewhere happiness comes. When does that happiness come? When you meet with your Bhakta. Samprapto Vatasunum. Till now it was only Ati Sukham and Modat. Simpler adjectives. Brishamudita Manaha. So extremely happy. Sita Viraha is there on one side, but Brishamudita Manaha. Why Brishamudita Manaha? Samprapto Vatasunum. Now you are joined with Hanuman. What more is necessary now? As good as having gotten Sita itself. That is the kind of feeling that Bhattatri is giving here. Brishamudita Manaha. And again, when that connection with Hanuman happens, when he is giving the Anguliya in the next Dashaka, Pradisho Pavanasutakare Pradisho Modashali. But he does not let that go. Wherever that Pavanasuta comes, Pavanasutakare Pradisho Modashali, he said. So you are giving it in his hand. So that way, everywhere, this is why it is the Hridaya of Bhagavan. When we say Narayanam is the Hridaya and Navanita, It is not just because it is some compressed version of Bhagavata or compressed version of other Puranas, etc. For example, in Parashurama Avatara, the Bhagavata has very, very few details. It's a very short chapter on Parashurama Avatara. But Bhattatri is from Parashurama Kshetra. Parashurama is such an important figure here. The whole of Kerala is in Parashurama. He did not want to leave it in a small story, do some compression there. He went directly to Brahmanda Purana. Huge explanation of Parashurama Charitra there. Many, many adhyayas. Some 30-40 adhyayas are there in Brahmanda Purana. Mainly Parashurama Charitra. This compression is not from Bhagavata, it is from Brahmanda Purana. And that we know only when we do study for writing volume 2. Or else we didn't know. I started writing the meaning. And then I see I have never heard the story. I opened the Bhagavatam book, it is not there. Their characters are not present. There is one Akrita Vrana Muni. There is some Ratha from Shiva. There is Shiva Duta, etc. So many things come in this Dashaka. Nothing is there in Bhagavatam. Where is this? I don't know. And then we go around searching in Brahmanda Purana. All these are present. So in that volume 2, we have given long footnotes for this 36th Dashakam, saying every part of this is in Brahmanda Purana. Bhattatri is Sarva Purana Kushala. So he has not done only Bhagavata Purana. He has taken everything from Brahmanda and Markandeya Purana and given here. And even after that, Utsaryodhrita Keralo is not there even in those Puranas. That is there in the local traditions here. So that is the part. Because the word Kerala, that other part of where the tapasvis come and ask Parashurama that from Gokarna the ocean has taken over, so please give us the tapobhumi, that is there. But this part is called Kerala and that is why it is Parashurama Kshetra. Bhattatri himself is using the local knowledge and he is giving that Utsaryodhrita Keralo Bhrigupate Vatesha Samrakshama. Such is the beauty. In the introduction Dashaka for Krishna Avatara 37, Devaki and Vasudeva are getting married, everybody knows. In Krishna Avatara, before in the Yadu Vamsha itself, long Vamsha of Yadu, whole lineage is given. We cannot remember all the names. The whole family history, the father, Attai, everything is given. The whole thing is given. Whenever a marriage happens in all our traditions, in Arsha traditions, the elders do the marriage and get married. That's why Rama also, Daraha Pitrikrita iti. He had more priya towards Sita because his father had performed the marriage. Daraha Pitrikrita iti, says Valmiki there. Like that, to bring in that idea, Bhattatri here, he does not say Devaki and Vasudeva got married. Dhanyan Devakanandana Mudavahate Rajasa Shuratmajaha. Devaka's daughter got married to Shura's son. It is not Vasudeva and Devaki getting married. The parents performed that marriage and gave it to them. Dhanyam Devakanandana Mudavahadraja Sashuratmajaha. To bring in these subtleties is Bhattatri's beauty. Just by looking at that, you can say the daughter got married to son. That is not the thing there. He has this bhava behind that to give these kind of ideas behind. That is there. Similarly, when Yashoda is giving milk to young boy, he is just born, Yashoda has gotten up from her Garbha Vedana. There was no Vedana probably. She was slept and got up. She gave birth to Yogamaya. She got up, she sees one young boy next to him. That's how she is looking. Aho khalu Yashodaya navakalaya chetoharam. Beautiful boy is there next to her. First, what does a mother do as soon as a child is born? She gives milk. She has to give milk. She has to make the child drink something. Here, Bhattatri puts it the other way. This is the Alankara. Alankara Pandita was sitting here. He got up. So what happened is, the Alankara here is, usually the kid is given something to drink. The mother, what is she? She is drinking first and then giving something to the child to drink. Bhavantamalαμantike prathabam api bantya drisha. First she drank Krishna through her eyes. Only then she took Krishna on her lap and kept, and then she remembered, oh, I have to give to him also. Punastana bharam nijam sapadipayayantya muda. See that beauty that Bhattatree is bringing, that Vatsalya Bhava also, Yashoda first drank and then she gave something to Krishna to drink. So there also Krishna is the giver first. He gave something and then only took back from his mother also. So in every Dashaka we can see such beautiful places. We will end with the last one part here. In Shakatasura Bhanjana, the Shakata is broken into pieces. The cart is broken into pieces. Nobody ever saw an Asura over there. In many other places we see Putana Moksha, the Dahana was done, Putana became a big Asuri and fell. Trinavarta again, he fell, they did something. Every Bakasura, Agasura, all these people were killed. Everywhere Sharira was there. In the Shakatasura Bhanjana, no Sharira only. All these young boys who were playing also said, a few month old kid who is sitting, he hit the cart and cart broke into pieces. Nobody believed. That was a different story. Bhattatree's contribution here, ano nilina kila hantuma gataha surarirevam bhavata vihimsitaha. Anas means cart. So inside that cart, this person came wanting to do some harm to you. Rather, he was harmed by you. Okay, fine. Rajopino drishtamamushya tat katham. Rajaha in Sanskrit has two meanings. Rajaha means dust. Rajaha means rajoguna. Rajopino drishtam amushya. Amushya rajaha apina drishtam. Not even some dust part was not seen there. That cart just pokes into pieces, no body is there. How come? Some parts, at least something should be found, some bone, something. Nothing is there. Rajopino drishtam amushya tat katham. He plays with Shlesha. Sa shuddha sattve tvayilina vandhruvam. He has merged into you who is Shuddha Sattva. You are Sattva Guna, such pure Sattva Guna. How will any Rajoguna be there in him? So how will any Rajas be present there? Rajopino drishtamamushya tat katham sa Shuddha Sattve tvayilina vandhruvam. So like that, may all of us pray to Bhagavan. He brings us into his Shuddha Sattva. For us also there should be no Rajas like this. Whichever form of rajas, may it all be removed, may the tamas be removed, and may we all merge Sayujya into that Shuddha Sattva Rupa. Idamiha kurutam ayur arogya saukhyam namas sarvebhyaha guruvata purisha arpanamastu iti iyam guruvata purishasya padayoho samarpita iyam uktihi namas sarvebhyaha ram ram ram. Narayana khila guru bhagavan namaste yato mamatma bhavasi tvameva tato navachyam mama kinchidasti yatha taveshtam kuruman tadhaiva tvamatmanatham ramanam bhajami.
Gurubhyo namaha. Narayana khila guru bhagavan namaste. Good evening to all. It has been a wonderful day, blissful experience, and a divine day from morning 4:15, I think. The first set of people came to this hall. I saw them around 4:15, wanting to get the first place near to the Medai. They were all ready. It's not one person, it was a group of people. They are not here, but the entire day has been filled with blissful, divine experience. There are no words to explain that. Thank you so much for all of you for coming and then making it happen. And thanks to the Parayana Kartas, Shankarama Sharma, Sridharanna, and Muralidhara Sharma, and all the Guruji was there, Yati was there. We can do our pranams to him, and all the Parayana Kartas who gave us this blissful experience. I don't want to say the day is ending. It is actually a beginning of a new era in our life. Make use of this day's experience to nourish the thought and grow it, so that when you come here next time, you are at a different level, elevated level. That is the purpose, and that is the reason why we are doing this kind of things. Thanks to everybody. And I want to thank my team, we call them as VSB, Vyoma-Sanskrit brothers, Rama Lakshmana, Kaliyuga Rama Lakshmana, Dr. Venkata Subramanian and Dr. Viswanathan. Both of them left their high-paying corporate jobs and then started doing this propaganda for Sanskritam, Sanskriti, Samskara, and then bringing up all these publications, bringing together. Vyoma has become like a magnet, attracting the best of talents, right from Ardhasastram, Sastram, Nidhi Sastram, and jurisprudence. You can keep on naming the subjects what we know. We have all of them in the fold of Vyoma, purely by God's grace. We have a lot of plans. We don't want to hold you now. We have given you the pamphlets. Please look at the website and then you will know more. Help us to do more with your liberal donations and introductions to people and also volunteering. We need volunteers. We have only 26 employees in Vyoma. More than 67 volunteers are there around the globe. So we need volunteering. So please spread the word, join this movement so that we don't become the generation which cuts off the Bharatiya Jnana Parampara to the youngsters. We should not be the ones who are breaking the chain. Please help us to continue the chain. And with that, praying for everybody's well-being. Om Namo Narayanaya Namaha.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु राम नाम